Ho ho, yellow. TENIME here. Today, we are taking a look at the fresh monkey fiction, Arlen Pelletier, Naughty or Nice, Santa's 9 Reindeer. And the Santa accessory set. Today's music is brought to us by Jingle Punk's twin Musicom, Ikson, Kevin MacLeod, and Nekzlo. Today's shirt is brought to you by one of my favorite artists, Abe Lopez. His Gotham City Sirens Christmas. No birthdays. No upcoming birthdays. I work forward, not backward. There were birthdays yesterday. Go watch those videos. So, the idea I had during the Gorgon the Goat Demon video and advice from viewers, this video should be a lot shorter, probably not shorter than my usual live streams, but shorter than it could have been, because I will not be unboxing all 9 reindeer. I have already unboxed 8 of them. You will just be watching me unbox 1 reindeer, and then after I show you the articulation of the 1 reindeer, then I'll bring the rest out and show you them all. So, in fact, since there's gonna be quite a few reindeer, I'll push the camera back. Spawn, come on. I apologize that the screen is backwards again. That's a YouTube thing. Nothing I can do about it. I don't know how to fix it. No one knew how to fix it when this was a problem in 2018. So YouTube has to stop screwing around. So Santa. So here is my Wave 1 Santa. His hair's a little blonde, but I still feel like it's Santa. It's still, he was blonde and then he's going white. But for Wave 2, they did quote unquote correct it with some grayish. So, although some might argue that even gray is still not right. It should just be white. So I did get the accessory set, and I was a little bummed when I kept the accessory set pre-order, but then canceled the Wave 2 Santa pre-order, because then I realized I was not getting the winking head that I like to display, because this only comes with the regular head. Then this showed up in my pile of loot. Sorry, loud music. Then this showed up in my pile of loot, and it, from what I can tell, it's identical to the one in the box. So I don't know why BBTS sent me this. It didn't cost me anything extra. But as I said in the Gorgon the Goat Demon video, I'm fine having, well, that's not the same head sculpt, but I do have this head sculpt with the blonde hair. It's like, I don't mind having 2 of the same head as long as the paint is different. But these are 2 of the same head, as far as I can tell, with the same paint. So I haven't had a chance yet. I've been trying to do a lot with these live streams, and I want to do 2 more today, and I haven't even started on the thumbnails yet, so wish me luck there. But I want to email BBTS and be like, why'd you send me this? Because I would rather this go to someone who needs it if it is identical. So I know the camera sucks. I'm always, I've been complaining about that all week. But I'll hold them both up to the camera just so you can see. I feel like they're the same head. So I don't, like I said, I don't need two of the same head color-wise. So that's... So it's cool because it comes with a head, a hat. So even though I have a hat, it's nice that they provided a hat with the head. Gloved hands, which neither the original nor the repaint come with. A pipe, again, brand new. A hand to hold the pipe, again, brand new. Little like Salvation Army bell, brand new. Stockings, which I want to say have come with other figures that I never had interest in. So it's cool to get stockings without having to buy them. And then a gift sack, which is real fabric. So. It is bright. I mean, these are broken, but at least I can use the magnification to get a closer look. These are identical. Like at first I thought there was like a difference in the eyes, but I think that if there is any microscopic difference in the eyes, it's just due to paint and not it actually being a completely different... Like they're supposed to look identical, but just because, you know, you always get paint imperfections. Like with action figures, nothing is ever completely identical. If you buy two of the same figure, they're not going to be completely identical. Just that's how manufacturing works, you know. So like I feel like these are supposed to be identical. Maybe one of them, like his lower eyelids are a little higher, but it's not supposed to be. So I'll let you take a look. I think they're identical. I think they're supposed to be identical, and I don't know why I have two. Maybe one of the heads has a lighter beard. It has more white than gray. But I'm trying to hold them side by side. It's difficult. They're the same size, so if one looks bigger than the other, it's an optical illusion. So, well, I'll keep the wider beard, and then ask them why they sent me for the one. So, zipper that back up. Okay, let's get... Ooh, Santa. And it is a bummer that it would not have made a difference if I'd gotten the other Santa. Because he would have come with the pointing finger, which it's not supposed to be pointing. It's the, you know, he puts his finger aside his nose, and then he goes up the chimney. Because the other figure would have come with it too. My bummer is that I wish that they could have given us the open hand that I have on his hip, and then the finger hand in gloves. So the gloves have... Ooh, smooth. The gloves have horizontal hinges. My hands are going to be even shakier than normal because opening up all those reindeer last night kind of hurt. So the fact that these are grip hands, I kind of do wish that they were... I kind of wish they were other poses in white gloves. The pipe holding hand has a vertical hinge. Love that. So trying to figure out how to get him to hold the pipe. So His index finger is separate from the rest of the fingers. Ooh! That hurt. Nothing. When sleeves are too big around the hand, there's nothing to grab onto. With my pliers over. That really hurts. I was trying to slide the table and it started to fold in half. Definitely don't want that. Gotta peek at my Guardians of the Galaxy pajama. Be careful with this because the metal teeth will absolutely mess up the plastic, but okay. Well, hopefully I can throw in a hot bath and get those to smooth themselves out. Ruin the one hand I liked posing with. Oh my gosh. Well, yep, sorry. I'm gonna have to heat the sleeve up. Like, see what the difference is between the hats. I don't see any differences between the hats. Like, they're identical. So I thought maybe one of them had like a whiter trim, but I think it's just my eyes playing tricks on me. So what I was sliding it through there, but like, you should be like, should be holding it like that, you know? So, but it looks like there's some tobacco packed in there. Focus, man. Like, Apple cameras are so good. Apple cameras are the best. Then why can't this focus on something directly in front of it? Why does it focus on everything but what I need it to focus on? Bella's little ringer sculpted in. It is not loose, so it's gonna stay up there. A wood grain design to the handle. I wish it would focus, sorry. Nice little soft and fuzzy, which of course is shedding on the rest of it. The sack itself is kind of like a satiny. Ruined my pointing hand. Should have just heated it up. I'm just putting it all in the putting it all in the sack. No, these stockings are identical. They are not hollow, so unfortunately you can't stick anything in there. That would be cool. How are we at 20 minutes already, man? Jeez. And I'm wondering if this actually it's a working drawstring. That's awesome. Look at that. And for Santa's now missing a hand. He's battle damaged Santa. He's seen some things. because I want to block that focus. The saddle and reins, and I said I only got one saddle because the goal is to get the sleigh to hook them up to. But it'd be cool to have a saddle. Arlen's logo, Fresh Monkey Fiction's logo, your nice logo. It'd be cool to have one saddle for one reindeer. Arlen Pelletier, created, designed, and sculpted by, package design by Christopher Nico, logo designed by Jason Bienvenu, paint masters by Nikki Nicole. If you watched the Gorgon the Goat Demon video last night, it is the exact same saddle, but it is in more festive colors. The strap for the saddle. The strap has an R. So it tells you that it should be plugged in on the right side. So there is no L. So it kind of looks like there's an, actually, you know what, seeing in the light in the camera, that is an L. Okay. I just, with the naked eye, it just looks like a dash or like an indentation in the plastic. Because if you have the R, obviously the other one is the L. So it doesn't need the L, but there is an L there. So got the, should have looked it up. Not a muzzle. the head harness part. The link between the soft plastic ring of the reins and the soft plastic ring of the head harness is a real metal ring. And I like that it can dangle naturally, and then you can move it all around, and it's not going to misshape the soft plastic. If it were all one sculpted piece, it would just make it more difficult to use, and cause potential breakages. So I was going to put this on Rudolph, but we haven't opened the head pack yet, so I don't have a head for Rudolph. Rudolph uses the Dasher body. That's the really cool thing, that like they not only supply the extra heads, but then they also tell you which heads go on which bodies. So Red Nose head, which is Rudolph? I feel like Rudolph would be public domain, not trademarked by anybody. So yeah, so Red Nose head for use with Dasher figure. It's backwards for me, but it should be the right way for you, but I know it's backwards for you, so yeah, nothing I can do. Since we have a body, at least, let's put the saddle on. So what I did with the goat demon saddle is I lined up the peg and hole, and then on the inside, and then from the outside I just pushed on the saddle against the strap, and it seemed to peg itself nicely. So just make sure to manually plug on from the inside when the saddle's loose. So I'll just loop that there. Give you a look at the rest of the box. And then on the back, Showcase your own unique Christmas spirit by bringing naughty or nice collections, Santa Claus, elves, nutcrackers, and more into your home this holiday season. With so many varieties to choose from, you're sure to find the perfect one for your Christmas collection or a friend. Share the holiday spirit, both naughty or nice, with these high-quality action figures boxed in decorative packaging. Blitzen Head for use with Donner figure, Vixen Head for use with Prancer figure, Dancer Head for use with Dasher figure, Cupid Head for use with Comet figure, Red Nose Head for use with Dasher figure. Sharpie, which I should have done last night when I opened all these up, but I want to put names, I want to put the other names on the backs, so otherwise I'm going to have a hard time figuring out who's who. Crack my knuckle against my jaw. My fingers hurt, man. It really, really hurt. Okay. Trying to figure out which antlers go to which deer. So we got some, because they're all different colors. A couple different sculpts too, so. That goes with that, and then that goes with that. So the two different sculpts are that left and right. And that left and right. The holes in the heads have different shapes. So you cannot mix up which is left and which is right. And you cannot accidentally plug them in at the wrong angle. Which, if they were just circular, and you plugged them in, then you could like rotate them if they were at a weird angle, but like, at least with the shapes, you can't get left and right mixed up. So that is right, that is left. So, and I realize I'm holding them backwards. There we go. I know the screen is backwards, but I'm still, that is left, that is right. There we go. So the dark antlers go with, I don't know. It's like Rudolph gets a pair. And then Blitzen. So because Donner has the darkest body, so his darker head is Blitzen, and we will compare it with Donner. So plug these in. Actually, let's just do that. Like I said, I got them already, so. Well, okay, let's finish pulling them out of the tray. Give me more room on the table. Because like I'm sitting here wondering, I'm like, well, I get the unique colors to tell them apart, but then when you're repeating colors, are the other heads unique? Because I just assumed that they're just all going to be the same head and just painted differently, but like, then why buy the accessory pack if the Blitzen head looks exactly like the Donner head? Why buy the accessory pack and just buy 2 Donners? Which I did buy 2 Donners, but yeah, I'm gonna have to think about that. I don't have to compare them. So so this should be use with Donner figure. This is Blitzen. Okay, so this is not a saddle, this is the harness for the sleigh. So that's why there's empty rings at the back. I found the best way to get the head harness over is you take the head, you take the harness, so then you feed through the top loop, keeping the backmost loop underneath. Then you slide it over the muzzle, you pull, all right, I'm trying to watch while also showing you, and then you pull this up over the forehead, and then you pull this from the back over the back of the head. So, and then you can pop them on with the antlers, but I find it easier just getting more leverage, antlerless. So that is the left. So I've been pulling. No, I've been plugging these on behind the set strap. Looking at the three who aren't getting extra heads because they're the regulars. So okay, so that's Blitzen. Move these to the front. Keep the pairs together, even though I think that the colors are the same. So this is Blitzen, and then this is Donner. And they've got the same, so they got the same bodies that looks like the same antlers. And you look at their faces. Okay, I see the difference. So it is in the paint and not the sculpt, because like I said, the sculpt is going to be identical across all 9. So Blitzen has like a darker spot on the like the dark fur on the back of the body goes forward on his forehead, and he just has solid brown all around his muzzle and underneath his chin. Whereas Donner has lighter, he's got the white coming from the belly up underneath his throat and around his muzzle. So that is how you tell Blitzen and Donner apart. 2 down. Make sure I don't mix these up. I do kind of want, at some point, to like just, maybe find some stickers, because paint or like a fine tip Sharpie, I feel would just, especially with my shaky hands, would just look too sloppy. But I want to put like names somewhere on here, but like obviously you can't do full names, but like you can't use a D for Donner because then you have Dasher and Dancer. So it's like, and then Comet and Cupid, and then I don't have to look. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen. But like, it's telling them apart is the challenge. So we got a Prancer body. We got a Dasher body. We got a Comet body. All right, so Comet and Cupid. So there's Cupid. I'm just gonna go with the lighter antlers. So, all right, move you guys out of the way. Cupid? I don't know if you can read that. Cupid? Well, it's backwards, so no, you can't, but. Comments. Himself. I also need to figure out, just in my own headcanon, who's female and who's male. So I don't want all male deer. Well, and then actually, isn't the whole thing that like male deer shed their antlers in the winter? So then technically these would all be female. I think I heard that at one point where it was like, you know, all of Santa's reindeer are technically female because male reindeer shed their antlers in winter. So it's like, well, which I'd have no problem with them all being female, but I like a mixture. So that's why when you hear about why female characters in like the 80s and 90s weren't made for their respective action figure lines, it's dumb and makes no sense, because it's like, as a kid, and maybe it was the neurodivergence, but as a kid, if I didn't have a female character to go with my male action figures, and not as a damsel, not as a love interest, just as the character herself, like, I'd get upset. I'd be like, why does she not exist? So yeah, it's not any kind of like it's not woke or forced diversity. It's, why do you want a sausage fest, bro? Hey, if all men is your thing, more power to you. But you know, I like a mixture of men and women. So and I have no problem with all women either. So all right, so I'm trying to figure out which antlers, because the pictures don't really match the heads themselves. So I'm like, well, which head is this? So then who has... Then I'm gonna just make a judgment call and give Cupid the smaller set. Gatekeeping nerds, when it's like, you know, if a girl comes into a comic book shop, or if a girl is, you know, online playing video games, it's like, I am pro LGBTQ plus. So I'm not using it as a negative or as an insult, but like, is there a reason you don't want women around? Maybe that's something you need to look inside and say, you know, do you only prefer the company of other men around you? I'm not saying, I'm just saying. So Cupid in comment. It's almost like their paint schemes are reversed on their heads. So it's like where there are dark spots on Cupid, they're light on Comet, and vice versa. And I didn't differentiate the antlers. They're the same. Well, then let me swap them, because I kind of want to differentiate them. That's why I chose the antlers I chose. All right, so then Cupid is going to get the bigger ones. Right in front of me. Because, like, if you look at the picture on the back, there is no light like, okay, maybe it's that one. So maybe I did just put the correct antlers on it, but like, I don't know. When I'm looking at this head in real life and that picture in real life, those don't look like the same heads. So Cupid and Comet. Four down. Comet and Cupid. All right, we have the other Dasher, which is Dancer. Okay. So like I said, keep the back strap underneath, and then the other ones on top. Pull them up and over, and then pull this. I know my fingers going, sorry. Pull that back. Et voila. That is voila with a V, not voila with a W, like I always hear everyone say. Voila. No. V-O-I-L-A, and I think there's an accent over the O or the A. I believe, obviously it's French, I believe it means there it is. I could be 100% wrong. I took French in high school and remember almost none of it, so. So Dasher then has lighter big. Okay. There's left. Write their name down. If you have a preferred gender breakdown for the reindeer, let me know in the comments. Dancer. Do we get to open Dasher? We get to open Dasher. All right. So, there's Dancer. And let's open Dasher. So, I kind of wanted to finish the accessory pack first, but then you shouldn't have grabbed the Dasher body, dummy. There's Gorgon the Goat Demon. There's Rotten Hoof, the only one I did not get. Kind of like a green, decaying zombie reindeer. All right. Be able to do this pretty fast because I did it 9 times before, because I am counting Gorgon the Goat Demon, because it's the same packaging and the same body. It's a different head, same harness, and he does come as if you didn't watch that video. He does come with a reindeer head, so it's a black fur zombie. Not the green fur zombie. Okay. Hold a pile of reindeer boxes behind me. Take the antlers off. As you see with the head off, there is a ball on a hinge. So, can look up, can look down, and then with so this neck is on a ball, or on dumbbell. I don't remember from Gorgon, but then you can also move the neck as well, so it can look all the way down. And then looking up with the neck all the way down, looks like that, and that looks like a cow. All right, Santa's cow is ready. Got ball jointed shoulders. Go out that far, go in that far. Turn it away from the camera, which is dumb. It could go all the way around if the sculpt wasn't stopping it. Then there's a pin, hinge, and swivel. So it can go down like that, can go up like that. And the fact that all 9 reindeer came packaged with their front legs like this, and that Gorgon, the goat demon, came with his limbs packaged like that, I'm guessing that that is anatomically correct for a goat. So I was wondering during that video. So and then there's so it goes down to there, goes up to there, and then can swivel. And then there's a hinge and swivel for the hoof. And if you did watch the Gorgon the Goat Demon video, I'm not going to annoy you again with my Tom Green, Freddy Got Fingered hooves. So. Yeah, sad. I never show both sides. I don't think any action figure collector shows both sides. They show one side if it mirrors on the other side. Ball jointed tail, and I prefer all of the tails to be up, and that really hurts because the sculpt is a little spiky, and like I said, my fingers are raw from last night. So can go up, can go down, up, and then can go side to side. And as you saw, I rotated it all the way around. Then we have I think it's a ball, but because of the sculpt, you only get swivel, really. There's no real out or in, but the fact that it does wiggle kind of a little bit, like I'm not sure. There is only a hinge at the knee, goes up to there, comes down to there. Then we have another pin, hinge, and swivel. So there to there, and then also the same with the back hooves. Okay, so there's the articulation. Now let's get the... Can't really go under and back when the when the neck's plugged in. So, like I said, go feed it that way. Pull this up over the forehead. I am keeping the antlers there, so it's, you can pull it back. I want to say, nope. Gorgon I kept in front as well, so you can pull it back, and you can pull it back far enough to plug them in, and then they'll hold it back there if you want. So it's just, I've been keeping them like that. And then so it's the weird L shape is the left. I don't think that's on purpose. That's just to keep it a unique shape. I see it less as an L and more as like a Tetris shape. So, and then you have this weird like, oh, it's a diamond. So on some of them, the top of the diamond isn't angular; it's rounded. So it's more like a D, but D for diamond, but not an R for right. So yeah, that's the right side. Like I said, you can't mess them up. And I should have plugged it onto the body first. So, like I said, with the antlers on, this is really the only, like, this is really the only leverage you have. You can't. So this is, so Rudolph's going to be the easiest one to tell apart from everyone, especially since I'm putting the saddle on him. So I'm taking Rudolph's Dasher. I kept this with the body because I'm like, I want to make sure that this is the correct body for Rudolph. So, so then there's Dasher, and there is Dancer, And they do have different antlers, okay? But then also, Dancer has a lot darker colors and especially like a dark nose. So, Dancer, Dasher. So, Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen. And since Vixen is the name of a female deer, Vixen at the very least is going to be a girl. So, and then the last head that is not Rudolph. I do want to make others. Like, I kind of want to make Cupid a girl. Maybe Dancer. I mean, I was assigned male at birth, and I am not trans, and I dance, so not that guys can't dance. Guys should dance. Like, I'm going off names, you know? I don't know, something about Dancer just sounds more feminine. Okay. And then Vixen is going to get, since Rudolph gets the dark ones. Here's the L. Vixen gets the last light pair. Well, I was wrong. If you use enough force, you can put them in wrong. Because I just put that in backwards and managed to get it all the way down and seated. And I was like, why is this so difficult? And I was like, oh, because it's backwards, dummy. So. Prancer, Vixen. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen. Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? If it's not public domain, I don't want to sing that. I don't want to get a copyright strike. I'm nowhere near being able to monetize, but, like, you know, if I can ever get there, I'd like my past stuff to be eligible. So, and that's not going to happen with a copyright strike. So the Reins, the same way that I did the other muzzles, because they're the muzzles. The muzzles are identical. The only difference with this is it has extra pieces attached to it. So the soft plastic rings there are still, I want to say hollow, like the ring itself isn't hollow, but, you know, the hole is not filled in. So, but here they put the metal rings through that hole. So, and Rudolph uses a Dasher body. So I had to get 2 of the other 3 each, 2 each of the other 3, and then I had to get 3 Dashers. So Dasher, Dancer, and Rudolph. But then the rest I only had to get 2 bodies each of. So. And come on. It's the correct side and it's facing the correct way. So I'm not trying to strong arm the wrong shape and the wrong, you know, square peg in a round hole. That was dumb. Because how am I going to get the reins over the antlers? Stupid. Oh, gosh. At least I can laugh at myself, right? Pull the reins back. Then put the antlers in. You can leave it dangling down if you want. So it's just if you want the reins behind the head for the rider to hold on to, then you're gonna have to take the antlers off, or you're gonna have to take the head off and go under. So, and there is Rudolph. So let's bring one-handed Santa in. Threep says that they're too small for reindeer, but too big for a goat. So obviously too big for a goat, but I don't know. I mean, I don't feel like they're too small for, like, you know, maybe they're too small for a full-grown reindeer, but like, given that species tend to be small when they're young and large when they're old, this has to be an accurate size at some point in the lifespan. So let's see if Santa can ride him. See, if I'd been able to put the glove grip hands on, I could have used those to grip the reins. So, I was complaining last night with Gorgon the Goat Demon. There are no stirrups for the feet, which stinks. But there we go. There we go. I was obviously looking at the back of his head, so it's a little awkward, and he doesn't go all the way down, but. And then falls off easily. The saddle is not on. Okay, there we go. Oh, the saddle is coming unstrapped. So, I'm using some tweezers. I'm pulling it back so there's more slack. And I'm using some tweezers to try and push it onto the peg from the inside. Because, yeah, that is not. Come on, man. Okay, well, let's try and peg it. Like that. The hole doesn't want to go over the peg, which is a problem. Okay, wish me luck, because try and slide them on like pants without unpegging. Nope. Okay, so right looks like it's the easier of the two. So I'm going to do this the other way. So left is going on first, so I can make sure that the peg is seated in the strap, because for some reason the left hole needs a lot of extra force around the hole to get the peg to come completely through, but the right was easier. So toys shouldn't be frustrating. All right. There we go. We'll see if he sits better if the saddle isn't coming off. So let's actually try and get him in a sitting position. Like, his legs can go wide enough. He's a big boy. I didn't know that came off. That's awesome. The bedroll. I mean, it leaves a slot and a peg, but like, if you don't like the look of that, you can always pull that off. So maybe you have to Let me see if I can just pull them off of Gorgons. Okay, so Nick, we know you're a big boy, but don't break Rudolph's legs to get you fully seated. There we go. That's as far down as he's gonna go without reindeer legs buckling. But as I said, the only other naughty or nice figure that I have is, well, other than the Gorgon the Goat Demon, is Evil Santa. So technically it is Zombie Santa, but came with the Evil Santa head and hands, because you can see the green neck from the zombie. I've never put this, like, it came packaged in zombie mode, and I took the green head off and the green hands out, and just because this is why I bought it. So I've never displayed Zombie Santa. So I'm gonna bring in as many as I can. Get my comparisons blocking. So Vixen and Comet, Prancer, Dancer, Dasher, stirrups would keep them on, and I could loop the feet through the stirrups, and he wouldn't be doing that. So, and yes, the easiest way for me to move action figures is by their head, but when they have a hat, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen. So obviously the easiest comparison with my normal comparisons is just gonna be one reindeer. So here, let's give it up for Blitzen. Woo, all right, Blitzen. Have a round of applause for Donner. All right, Donner. The Donner Party. Which is funny because Fresh Monkey Fiction's Operation Monster Force, their Frankenstein's monster figure is called the Donner Party. Not out yet. Go pre-order him. Looks awesome. Give it up for Cupid. All right, Cupid. Woo! And Comet. All right, Comet. Hey, yeah, let's go, Comet. I was trying to say, let's go, Comet, and yay, and it came out, yay! Let's hear it for Vixen. All right, Vixen. Woohoo, Vixen. Creeps, if you're texting me, I'm streaming. I said you always text me when I'm streaming. Prancer. All right, Prancer. Woohoo, Prancer. And I'm out of room on this side. Dancer. Come on, Dancer. Give it up for Dancer. All right. Woohoo, Dancer. Yeah, see how much longer this video would have been? Like, we're almost done. See how much longer it would have been if I had to unbox and test the joints on all of them? I wouldn't have shown you the articulation on all of them, but I still would have needed to test them for myself. And Dasher, last but not least, Dasher. Yay, Dasher! All right, Dasher! Woohoo! So yeah, that was a good idea I had of prepping. There goes the hat. Stand him up. Go fix that missing hand with some boiling water. If you're curious, the hat can go on either direction. It fits just fine. So like, I feel like it was made to be either direction. I like that direction. So, although you know what, Evil Santa has his on that side, so maybe I will switch it. told you, I'm just looking at the back. So the pom-pom doesn't rest on the shoulder, so maybe that's why. So maybe it is only supposed to go one direction, but you can put it in either direction. Okay, Rudolph. Let's give it up for Rudolph. All right. Hey, Fresh Monkey Fiction, I know it would probably, because the head pack, I want to say, was like 20, 25 bucks. The reindeer are, because the plural of reindeer is reindeer. It is not reindeers. The reindeer, I want to say, are 50 a piece. Don't do the math in your head. I'm embarrassed enough. It's like, wait, you got 10 of them. Shut up. So yeah, I think this is 25. You get 5 heads and antlers for all of them. You know, Fresh Monkey Fiction, if you want to do $25 for just a head, no antlers, so it requires already having antlers and already having a body, but if you want to do a $25 head, the light up nose, I will buy that. Like, you couldn't keep it on all the time, you know, without the battery dying, but so, and usually when light up stuff, you know, it wouldn't look this good in natural lighting. If it were lit up and you had it turned off, it would look darker because the light would be off and the plastic would be translucent. But then you could, you know, in the dark, you could push a little button on the back of the head and it'd be a bright red light. So, I don't know. I don't work for them. I'd love to work for a toy company. It's not my dream. My dream is comic books, guys. My dream is to tell stories to entertain you with my artwork. That's my dream. You can help support that by going to patreon.com/TENIME. I don't have my hat here. TENIME. Link is in the description for social support and swag. The more support I get, the better that dream becomes a reality. So, you know, I'm trying to do a comic and do a Kickstarter to get it self-published. So, again, just to be able to work, I'm still working on the character design sheets. So, you know, the story needs a final draft because all the drafts I've done are still really rough. The first draft I did, I was in my teens. So, you know, I'm definitely a better writer now, and I'm definitely a better person now. That there's some not only bad writing in there, but just cringy stuff that I want to take out. So, cringy edgelord teenage TENIME. McFarlane Toys, Mortal Kombat 11, Shadow Spawn, Mattel Masterverse Revelation, Stinkor. I'm not saying Revelations. The show is called. Like, do you see the amount of poster tack that is under those claws? And it's not a heavy item. I don't know why it keeps drooping. But it's angering me, like, a lot. And this is my favorite character. Super 7. Because they didn't make the talons able to hold on to anything with any of the figures. Super 7 Silverhawks Ultimates Bluegrass and Sideman. Hasbro Marvel Legends comic book Deadpool. Medicom Mafex Snyder Cut Batman. You're sick of me saying it, but I'm going to say it one more time. I'm going to say it until I upload the video. Look for that video soon. It's already been filmed, just needs to be edited. NECA, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze, Michelangelo. Jack's Pacific, Super Mario, Fresh Monkey Fiction, Eagle Force, Agent Grimm, Diamond Select Toys, G.I. Joe Minimates, Storm Shadow. That was my left hand, and I was moving it away from the, I was not pulling it in Elon. So left arm. This was how my hand was, and I didn't tap my chest first. So this is my heart goes out to you guys. And then you stay horizontal, both hands, and then you go back like this, like you're folding your wings down. He knew what he did, and you know what he did. Remember when we were growing up that the Nazis were the bad guys? I'm happy! Yay, reindeer! Awesome reindeer, I love them. I mean, I loved the mold last night with Gordon the Goat Demon, but it's awesome having the reindeer. So yeah, freshmonkeyfiction.com, not sponsored. BigBadToyStore.com, not sponsored. You could also save yourself some typing and just type in BBTS, Big Bad Toy Store, BBTS.com, not sponsored. Yeah, that's where you can go get them. So so it's Dasher, Prancer, Comet, Donner are the full body reindeers. So Dasher, Prancer, Comet, Donner, you get a full reindeer. That is Prancer. That is everything you get in the package. The head pack gives you heads for Vixen, Cupid, Blitzen, Dancer, and Rudolph. It comes with their antlers. And their bodies go on the Dasher, Prancer, Comet, Donner bodies. So, yeah. It's an awesome line. If you watched my top 10 figures of 2024, Fresh Monkey Fiction was #1, but it was, I was going to say, it was Eagle Force. No, it wasn't. This is my only Eagle Force, and it's a great figure, but I don't, 1/18th is not my scale. 1/12th is. Well, he's 1/12th. He's 1/12th. He's 1/12th. 1/10th. 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 So, but it's the one thing I don't like. That's why I have issues with. It's not the only reason I have issues with these companies, but my bigger issues with NECA and McFarlane are that they're 1/10. They're their own scale, so they don't fit with 1/12th scale, which is 6-inch figures. This is not a review. Awesome. Merry Christmas in February. Great reindeer. Upcoming videos. I'm going to try. I've already gone longer than I wanted to. I wanted to keep this at an hour. So at, I want to go 3 or 4. What time is it? It is 1. 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, I will be reviewing the Executive Replicas Loose Collector Iconic Heroes Rocketeer and Butch, his little bulldog. Then at 7 p.m. Standard Time, I will be doing the Storm Collectibles Darkstalkers Morrigan. So hopefully I can get the thumbnails done in time for those. So that means I need to go and I need to use this iPad to draw the thumbnails, at least for Rocketeer. And then go charge it for his video at 4 p.m. Central. So look forward to those. If you don't care about either of those, Saturday, February 22nd at noon Central Standard Time, Ghostbusters trivia with my host, Kat. If you'd like to support me on patreon.com, patreon.com, if you'd like to... Click the link in the description. $5 a month gets you unlimited behind-the-scenes access to all artworks, works in progress, including upcoming toy review or other YouTube thumbnails. Trivia. If you go on there, you'll see what trivia we're doing for March and April. So Only available for patrons, and the $5 tier also gets you access to my exclusive Discord server. So the algorithm, YouTube algorithm sucks. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Stay safe. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.
X.